Hey, how y'all doing? I've been messing around in my shop, so I thought I'd give you a little show of the progress I've made on it. I rutted around in here pretty good, pilfering, and I got this side. I got that cleaned out, all them totes and all that junk, because I went ahead and wrestled me around and got that stove yanked outside. That was a chore, but I was able to get this shelf built, and everything on that shelf, amazingly enough, was sitting right there. That cleaned out a pretty good sized area right there. I was actually a little surprised. Still got junk sitting around a little bit, but now I got room to make me a shelf to come from my doorway here over to the electrical box there. That'll help. It might be a little bit till I get to that. But yeah, boy, what a horrendous pile of stuff. Them totes, like I mentioned in the other videos, my brother-in-law gave me, they got motor parts where he took the motor out of that 8N there, or 2N actually it is. So yeah, those was fun to drag around because the crank and head and everything's in there. Anyways, all this other stuff is from, actually I got some spare parts that was still pretty decent from whenever me and the neighbor tore the 327 out of my old 66. And we kept the good stuff. And well, we kept most of it, but labeled it if it was good or wore, whatnot like that. And actually, it had that old MSD distributor on it. That was actually pretty good. But the coil went out, and I had a HEI already, so I went ahead and put that in because I don't know how much that MSD puts off spark wise, but I know the HEI does pretty good for factory stuff, and them parts are easy to get a hold of. Anyways, yeah, all kind of stuff. And this here, from where I went through the 350, which is what I have in the 66 right now. Those are the heads that were on it. Valve guides were, one of them was really shot, and so I just put the 327 heads on the 350. It's a little better head anyways, I believe. And they work just fine. That's the old cast 4-barrel intake that was on the 350, and that starter was on the 327. So I kept it. It was good. I was able to get some tools off my workbench, and there's more parts. I got good push rods, lifters, and stuff like that. Actually, some of them was actually pretty new. Then I got stuff that was sitting on my workbench, like my oils and a little bit of transmission fluid and oil filters and some other random stuff. I got a spare radiator cap there. And with the stove out of here, I was able to fit the air compressor here and a little pancake one in there to kind of get it out from in front of the fridge. So that opened this area up quite nicely. I can actually open my fridge door now. Lovely. And my poor old drill press. That part was supposed to have been in Monday, and I'll be dogged, the tracking says carrier's picked up, running late. If you don't get it by April 2nd, we'll refund you. Oh, Lord have mercy, that's a whole month away. I guess they're hoping the carrier actually get it to me. Wait and see, I guess. That's kind of got me at a standstill for my pocket knives, because, well, I got this one and this one I can still finish. But as far as making new ones, like the hole that goes in the hinge area of the blade, I gotta have that nice and square, and there ain't no way, if I make that square doing that by hand, I just lucked out something fierce. Because I tried that time or two till I remembered Dad had that drill press up in his shop, and I snitched it. Well, poor fella, he hadn't been out there in years. And so that helped me a lot because that made my hole square. So the blade wasn't all side goggling in there and everything. So until I get that press back up and going, as far as getting new ones done, I'm at a standstill, and that's might disappointing to say the least. Well, here's this section of the bench where it's got some junk off it, and I still got a lot of stuff I need to pilfer through and whatnot, but that opened it up where I can at least, I got some usable space on that now, which is quite nice. And yeah, you can tell where I didn't clean or I did clean. Yeah, just a mite of a difference. And see, poke you up over the old 66 a little bit. And then cylinder heads and intake was on that end of that bench. You can't see too good, but that cleared that bench off a little bit, which back in there, that's crowded where I got them wheels and tires and stuff, so I'd have to have the truck pulled out and stuff like that to actually be able to use that down there, so I ain't too worried about going through that much. But this right here, that's nice, because that give me room to pilfer on something if I need to. Anyways, and here's a look looking back this way. I actually got some room to walk. I can stretch my arms out from side to side a wee bit and not crash. But anyways, it ain't quite that good yet. There's still a lot of junk I need to mess with. But, well, I'm quite thrilled. The shelves are a horrendous mess now, but at least the horrendous mess ain't on the floor and on my workbench down there. So, well, there's you look at it. And hope y'all are having a fantastic day, and I'll see you later.